there's 3 sections. You can schedule an online appointment. You can just get information about that. You can click more info, and that would just tell you about what to expect during an online appointment. It would take you, or explain about show document. And if you already have an online appointment, you can click here. That'll take you to the show document website. And to schedule an in-person appointment, it gives you that information. You click email us. It pops up in Outlook, or if you have an Apple, a mail app. So it never takes you away from the website. It just opens up your app for you.
And also sort of emphasizes the importance of an appointment. It says right there that if there's appointments and walk-ins that are welcomed, but if it gets a little too busy during the semester, such as right now, they only take in appointments and they don't have enough time for walk-ins. So we think by using the application or the appointments, it'll create a more structured way to get students in.
Let's go to events. And this would just be a calendar app that would sync to your Gmail, whatever email you use. It could sync to that and display the events here so students could scroll through and they could click on an event to get a little more info and see what time it is.
The main idea we wanted to do is they wanted to get all the information within this site. So say if there was that thesis statement workshop here on this calendar, if they were to click on that button, a little info bubble will pop up telling them all the information they need to know, what time to show up, then also a link to where they would need to sort of register to the site. And it's very easy to update. You would just update on your email calendar instead of going into the site, restructuring it to a certain day, putting in the different things. It will just sync right there on your email site, so it's a lot easier to manage.
Yeah. So now that we've touched on the 3 main reasons we think people will use the site, there's a few things we should address that every site should have. Every site should have an About Us page to give the information, location. Again, we put the Make an Appointment app to always make it easy, because sometimes you might click the About Us and you're like, I just want to make an appointment. There it is. We also have the Meet the Tutors page.
One thing we thought that original site does well is that it sort of gives
qualifications. It tells you that these tutors know what they're doing, and you're not just getting stuck with a math major. So it's important to know who's going to tutor you.
Brings certain credibility to the writing stuff, so it shows them this person is getting their master's in tech communication, this person has contributed to certain newspapers, this person is writing a journal article.
Basically, they know what they're doing and you should trust them. We also have a forum page.
This is sort of an interactive way for students to get with teachers or other students in a sort of, not an immediate way. So if they just have a question that's been bugging them and they want to get their opinion on it, say one person had a question between uses between there and there.
So they ask their question and then a writing lab member can reply, or staff member can reply, give a very detailed answer. And then this information is always on the web, so a student could have the same question a day from now or a year from now, and it's still there. Trevor said it's like a building fact, frequently asked questions.
Since the answers and questions are always going to be there, it's sort of a dynamic frequently asked questions where the new questions will be up top and a lot of the more discussions will be highlighted.
Let's go to the Contact Us page. Again, every website should have a Contact Us page. This is another email widget. They can send their stuff, send it to us, and then they don't ever have to leave the site. And then there's the social networking down there. We can get back to our Prezi.
So going back to those first 3 principles we were talking about, content, function, and
brand. Content, again, after they see the new site, they're going to come to visit the site and they're going to learn on their own. It's engaging, it's interactive, it forces them to participate. Function, they'll take the quizzes, they'll interact with the Prezis, and they can make their own appointments. And brand, students will remember that the site was easy to navigate, it was attractive, and that it was interactive. Questions?
Yes. Okay, so like the Prezi you showed on subject-verb agreement, is it possible to have it set up so that it's animated and it just plays and there's narration to go with it?
yes.
I think about the narration, but
So that the students wouldn't have to click through the Prezi, it would just automatically do it.
they'd have to click play, but
But once they clicked play, it could just,
It would go through this.
okay.
You can set it to be on a timer, and I think
Mhm.
it's like 4 seconds, 10, and then 20.
And then you
Okay.
can also allow whether you want the student to be allowed to zoom in and out so they can view different parts of it,
Uh-huh.
or just be able to click through in and out, or just click play.
So we could sort of get the effect of a video without having to make a video.
Correct.
Mhm.
Well, you wouldn't be able to put audio with it.
You can't put audio with it?
No, with a Prezi, not right now. You'd have to do it separately and then have it try to sync with it.
Ah, that could be difficult.
You could just make the video, granted they want to be able to zoom in with it. You could just make a video on YouTube using the Prezi and
What you
just
could
have,
do is you could use a
Yeah.
desktop recording software
Uh-huh.
and record going through the Prezi, and then you would have a tutor narrate, and then you would edit it to be a video, and it'd just be a video here, and they can click play.
Okay.
So you'd still get the same effect as the Prezi, but you'd have to do a little bit more work to do it.
Okay. Cool.
I really like the idea. Prezi videos, I think that's great. So just text on page. Like it is now.
And the good thing about the Prezi is that you can save it if you want to. Go here, you can Facebook tweet it, email it. If you go to the Prezi site, you can actually save a copy to your own Prezi account.
Okay, and with the Wonder Quiz thing, let's say we decide we want all of the sections of developmental writing to have to take a series of quizzes and get passing grades as part of the course requirement. Would we have to actually pay for those students so that it was directly tied in, or could we get away with having them come to the lab and do it?
With the
Yes.
teacher recommendation, that was for online stat tracking.
Mhm.
So that was an easy way to store all the information. But with the desktop version, it looks like you would be taking on an email per student.
Okay,
So
which
for
we
further
probably would
results.
want to do. But if we paid the fee, then we could actually have it set up so that the results went directly to the instructor of that class.
Correct.
Okay, that would be a very cool thing.
It's kind of like my math lab,
Yeah,
similar idea.
okay, but we could still have it embedded in the Writing Lab's website, just linked back to the class.
Yeah, what you do for this, once you make it,
Uh-huh.
Trevor emailed me the Flash, because this is Flash, and I just embedded it, so.
Okay. Interesting.
You said it was easy to make, right? No coding?
Okay. Anybody else have questions? Comments?
Awesome idea. The website looked really good.
And you managed to make the green as,
That was hard.
unobnoxious as possible.
No, that was hard for you.
Well,
It was
hard for
Because
me
you wanted to
too. I
change.
don't
for
like
me.
the green.
I was begging to.
I did kind of like it when you had the green that looked like the chalkboard, though.
Okay.
That's a form of green I can kind of live with, too.
Well, that was kind of blue.
Don't argue with her.
Yeah, say it was green. 'Cause I don't like
Like
the
this
green.
green is
This is the
good.
cutest thing
And the
ever.
Prezi, that's a good green.
Watch.
The yellowy greens are good.
Isn't it?
Okay, anybody else? No? Yeah, you had some good ideas.
Is that it?
Is that it?
That's it.
We didn't get
You're off the
critique.
hook.
I'm just-
Critique, people. Give them critique.
good, good.
In all-
good.
Something a little nicer.
Speechless.
What?